Hey boys, welcome back to the channel where we have a little bit of an update here, not necessarily Rugby League 26 related, but also somewhat Rugby League 26 related. So, on Twitter, just got officially announced by BN Studios that they are excited to announce AFL 26 will be available from 8th of May 2025. So, a month away. Literally, when they put this up, it's a month to the day that this got announced, and it'll be releasing. So that is, I mean, I think it's good news for Rugby League, because I'm not gonna lie, there was still a part of me, even though I know Big Ant have done this in the past, like they've been, you know, they don't release too much too early. They don't give away too much early with release dates and all that sort of jazz. They do sort of cram it in pretty close to the actual release of the product from previous experience. So the fact that, and it makes sense, right? We still haven't heard. There's obviously been plenty of screenshots come out of scans and other little discussion points about the new Rugby League game, but we haven't heard anything from Big Ant Studios, and this sort of clarifies why, right? They've obviously, and I will say as well, I'm sure people might be like worried about they're making this game, but is Rugby League going? They obviously have different teams behind them, and I'm sure this game was probably good to go for a while. It's not gonna, like, this releasing AFL 26 is not going to impact Rugby League 26. So I want to put that out there. I would have no qualms. I would have no issues with this having an impact on the release or you know, production of Rugby League 26. So don't worry about that. But it is good news. It just makes sense, right? They've been waiting for this moment to announce this. They're obviously not going to like talk up the new Rugby League game while they're about to announce the new AFL game. Obviously, there's not like a massive crossover between Rugby League versus AFL. Like, it's not like people that jump on, like people that want the Rugby League game all of a sudden going to go to the AFL game and it's going to be straight competition. But there would be a little bit of a chance of the more casual person, if they were like if they were talking about both games at the same time, then all of a sudden, like, there could be the odd person that chooses one or the other. But this way, they're obviously going to talk about the product that's coming out first. A little bit selfish of AFL. Like, fuck, you've had a game in the last few years. Rugby League has happened since 2017. But, obviously, they've had the base for AFL now for a while. They've been making that for a couple of iterations. So exciting stuff. And as obviously, like, it'll be the same with the Rugby League. The game will feature not the bump and marking systems, but a rookie career mode and pro team from day one. I would obviously expect a rookie career mode and a standard career mode as well, and pro team. I mean, that's already been like announced by Big Ant Studios that their upcoming titles will all have pro team from release day. There's been obviously AFL 23, which we'll talk about that in a second actually, and also the Rugby Union. I don't know, is Rugby Union game getting pro challenge? I don't know That's an interesting one because it's really in like beta form, so I don't really know what's going on with the rugby game. But obviously the Rugby League game will have pro team from day one and the usual career modes. But exciting. So this still coincides with a release date middle of the year, July-ish. It's only a few months away, but they obviously, a month's time, a month before, give or take, they could be hopefully they trickle out a little bit of info, but I would expect they're obviously going to be pushing AFL 26, so we probably aren't going to see too much info about the Rugby League game for a little bit. Unfortunately, we're all, I mean, we've been waiting years, but the next few months they're going to be torture just waiting for any bit of information. But I did want to talk about as well, which I think is good, I think it's good. Oh, there's a couple of good things. One, I know people criticize Big End Studios, whatever, like people carry on about the games, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, I'm very excited as a rugby league fan because Big End Studios, they've been growing and growing. They're obviously partnered with Nacon, or they're like their, parent company now. They work under them. Nacon, big company, has a lot of different developers. So good backing, and Big End Studios continues to grow the Australian sporting game market, and the games that they've taken on, like every couple of years there is a new iteration, so very exciting for rugby league. We obviously have been in the dark for years and years, but hopefully this is great signs of things to come. Maybe the game isn't what we want or expect, but it's good news that future of rugby league gaming, I think, is in good hands. I will attest to. Also, the fact that they're still doing updates for AFL 23. So you can see here, AFL 23 will receive a roster update. So this only came out like recently, even with AFL 26 like releasing like pretty soon after this update. They're still updating AFL 23, which is great signs. Like the fact that they had a new game planned and coming out, they still put the effort in to update AFL 23 because they know not everyone's going to jump on the newest game. There was still a bit of time before the new game obviously was getting released. So the fact they did an update for AFL 23 so people could play with the new update, with the new rosters for the start of the new AFL season. I think that's great signs, looking forward to hopefully updates. And also just the pro team. Now, again, I'm sure people have been a bit annoyed by this just with the delays, but it's obviously a big step in the Big Ant Studios sort of catalog to have pro team and the pack openings. So this was, this got released a while ago, the pro team, but obviously it took a fair while for it to come into the AFL 23 game. They're obviously working on it with licensing, all that sort of stuff, but moving forward, this will be sort of a day one thing, as they've said before. So I think great news going forward. Updates we can expect roster updates. I wouldn't, not every year roster updates, but again, that's what the Fan Hub has always been a fantastic place for. The creators of every game to explore and update the rosters anyway. But yeah, if let's say every, I think for the most part it's like every 2 years, like cricket, AFL now, hopefully rugby league every 2 years as well. Tennis as well. I think that's been pretty much like every couple of years they've had a tennis game. So every 2 years, if there's a new game releasing, it would be amazing if like after year one they could release a roster update. But I'm not going to say that's going to happen, but it'd be very nice. That is for sure. It just saves a little bit of problems because obviously if you can't get on the Fan Hub, this and that, like it would be nice regardless. But yeah, a little bit of an update. So that is why simply put, there hasn't been really any official announcement of the rugby league title. They're obviously going to be pushing the AFL 26 game for the next month and past release, and then hopefully after this releases on May or in May, then rugby league news can start to trickle out. That would be nice. So we might have to wait a little bit, but good signs going forward, I think. I think it's great signs going forward. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. Make sure to like and comment. See you guys in the next one.